Hey friends, today we are gliding through the Everglades. My name is Ariana Nicole. Come with me as we take a tour of the Everglades on an airboat. I'm super excited. I think this is going to be super cool, and hopefully, if we're lucky, we will get to see a few gators along the way. Let's get into it.
This was hands down one of my favorite experiences. We took an airboat tour through the Everglades. When I say these boats feel like they are floating on air. The water is actually so shallow in certain areas that regular boats can't even really move through it properly. So these giant fan boats just glide across the marshes at full speed. Our guide was a little eccentric, a little intense. He was literally drifting this airboat through the water like we were in a movie. It was honestly so cool. The entire ride was maybe like 45 minutes, but it genuinely felt like it was maybe 10 because there was constantly something to look at, birds flying overhead, alligators just casually existing like 2 feet away from us, like it was completely normal. Honestly, what I loved most was that it wasn't just one of those touristy experiences where you hop on a boat and then leave learning nothing. The Everglades are actually one of the most unique ecosystems in the world, and thankfully our tour guide was also very knowledgeable. People think that it is just a swamp, but it is actually this massive slow-moving river system called the River of Glass, where the water moves so slow that in some places it only travels about 100 feet south per day, which is kind of crazy when you're flying across it in an airboat at full speed. We saw alligators, different bird species, turtles. Everglades are one of the only places on Earth where both alligators and crocodiles naturally exist in the same ecosystem. Alligators themselves are considered to be a keystone species here because during the dry seasons they dig out these little ponds called gator holes that hold water when everything else starts drying up, and those ponds basically become survival spots for fish, birds, turtles, and other wildlife in the area. So the alligators are literally helping these parts of the ecosystem stay alive, which also somehow makes them feel slightly less terrifying. The timing of this trip made everything more interesting. The Everglades had recently gone through wildfires and drought conditions, so some areas looked way drier and even burned. Our guide explained that a lot of the birds haven't really been gathering in their usual spots because of the lower water levels, so we were actually really lucky to see as much wildlife as we did. It honestly gave the whole landscape this really raw, untouched feeling. These huge open skies, endless grasslands, water reflecting everything around you, random alligators just appearing out of nowhere. Honestly, that's what made this experience stand out so much to me. Every little part of the ecosystem affects something else out there. Plus, there's just something very humbling about speeding through nature while fully aware there are ancient reptiles swimming beneath you. This was a 10 out of 10 experience for me, easily one of the coolest things that I've done in Florida. If you ever have a chance to check one of these out, I highly recommend.
Alrighty friends, I don't know about you, but I've had so much fun. This was honestly a thrilling experience. Even though it was 40 minutes, it literally felt like 15. I don't know where the time went, but it must have just flown by. Again, my name is Ariana Nicole. Make sure you go check out my page. I would love to have more unforgettable experiences with you.